Hello, everyone. My name is Tommy Rodriguez, your friendly neighborhood hookologist. How's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Today we got something special for you guys. Sorry if you can hear the chair in the background. I noticed that a lot in my videos, but sorry about that. Once again, back at it again with a new review for Tangiers Cherry Limeade. Now, this is one of the new flavors Tangiers opened up with at the Hookah Expo Worldwide back in August. It was fantastic. I loved it then, and I love it now. So actually, you know what? I lied. I love it right now. I have not tried. I did not try it in Vegas. I tried. What did I try over there? I tried the chocolate ice cream flavor. That was a good flavor. I'm not a real big fan of chocolate mint, but this was a good flavor. That one was a good flavor. So I got 2 orders of 250s. I got Leviathan and I got Cherry Limeade. I was gonna do a review on Leviathan, but I think I might save that for a little bit later. I'm not sure how I feel about it just yet. But let's talk about Cherry Limeade. For one, it is fantastic. You get real strong flavors of cherry right off the bat. When you inhale, you're tasting the cherry. Oh, what am I smoking out of today? Obviously, my Seoka hookah. I never have it on camera. It's hard to, in this area, it's hard to see. But I'm smoking out of my 80 feet hookah John bowl with my Mason timber hose. I love this hose. This is an awesome hose. If you haven't, Nino releases these every so often. To get one. I recommend it highly. Fantastic. Like and when you're smoking this, what I can say is this is fantastic. And also the fact that you really taste like it's carbonated. Like the tobacco feels like it's carbonated, like you just cracked open a soda. I'm a big soda drinker. That sounds terrible to say. I don't smoke. I drink a lot of soda. I know that's really bad for me. I'm trying to cut back. Keyword trying. I'm down to 4 sodas a day. I used to drink like 7 or 8. So I think I'm winning. Right. So, I mean, there's that. Me personally, having that cherry limeade kind of feel like you can feel like Sprite with the cherryness. Oh, man. Now I want a Sprite. I'm using 2 cocoa earth coals. I have the cubes. I have a third one on deck just in case I need it for later on because this flavor will last you a long time. The longevity of Tangiers is immense. I cannot say that enough. If you smoke Tangiers, you already know that having 3 coals for a heat-sensitive flavor like this isn't such a smart idea unless you're using flats, and even then, I don't really recommend it. So, a fun little note. When smoking Tangiers, the best way to actually inhale it if you're not really familiar with how strong this actually is and how much of a nicotine buzz it's going to give you, my suggestion is getting a Provost, right? So for those of you who don't know what a Provost is, it's just like a little tray, a little metal tray that you can actually stick on top, or any thin piece of metal that you use, whether it's a flavor saver, whether it's the Provost, whether it's some kind of heat management device, right? To use that because it's going to make the bowl last a little bit better. I wouldn't recommend a Phoenix or a Lotus actually because they're a little too big depending on the bowl you're using. But it is a good idea to use a heat management device for Tangiers if you're not too familiar with how to smoke it. So another great thing is the fact that you have this flavor. This brand has been around for a very long time. So, and I only barely smoking Tangiers now 2 years. For 2 years, I've been smoking it a little bit more heavily. I want to say I do go out and go to a lounge where they have it. I smoke that a little bit more. I do smoke it at home a little bit more. So it's one of those flavors I've gotten used to when smoking dark leaf tobacco, which is kind of a weird thing because they do something else to the tobacco leaf to actually give it that dark look. Because all tobacco leaves are dark leaf. Just one comes out golden brown, the other one comes out, black. Oh, talking about it being heat sensitive. Right now, it is really strong. Oh, I just made a flat. Guys, I just made a flat. My coal came apart. So, yay. Purchase a little bit to get that better smoking. There we go. So depending on how big these cubes are, you actually don't need more than one. Yesterday, me and my friend were smoking. He had Leviathan, I had Cherry Limeade, and we noticed that the bowls were really strong, so we only just put on 1 coal at a time, and they until it got strong enough, like weak enough to put a second coal in there when they ashed a little bit. So that's another fun fact for you. If you're going to use Tangiers and you have 2 coals and it's getting really strong, take 1 coal off for a little bit and then let it chill out, smoke with 1 coal, then add the second one on. It actually works a lot. Trust me. Sorry, it's still a little bit strong. Get something to drink. Clear out my throat here. Got my green tea. Oh. Always stay hydrated when you're smoking too, guys. That's another fun fact. Always stay hydrated because this will really, if you're not prepared with food in your stomach or with some kind of liquid to keep yourself over the top, you are going to make yourself sick. You're going to make yourself sick, and you're going to make yourself where it's not going to be an enjoyable time. And that's not what hookah is about. Hookah is about, well, for one, enjoying the atmosphere that you're in, whether you're home, watching TV or with your friends and just having a good time, or you're at a hookah lounge. Make sure you take the steps to prepare yourself, especially if you're smoking a brand like Tangiers, because this will sink you into the couch. No lies. Okay, a little strong, but it's still going. If you're not too prepared, the first 30 minutes of Tangiers will always be the roughest. From a personal experience of mine, that's always the problem. Like the first 15 to 20 minutes, maybe even 30 sometimes, it is really tough to smoke, but it does get enjoyable over time. And maybe I'm just packing it wrong. Maybe the people who pack for me at the lounge pack wrong, but sometimes it does happen. Not every time it's like that. This probably is the first time I packed it at home where it has been up to 20 minutes worth of smoking, and then it was enjoyable. So I think I just may have packed it wrong today. Another thing to notice with Tangiers, and cherry, not excluding cherry limeade, most flavors, they are a little stronger. So you don't just inhale like you would Starbuzz or any other flavor to get those thick smokes. This is a flavor you have to kind of ease yourself into and get used to, and then be able to shoot thick clouds. Speaking of clouds, look how thick that is. That is a beautiful thick cloud. It's crazy to me like how this stuff really works sometimes, because like I'm not trying to get super thick clouds, but they're just producing really big, which is fantastic for me because I feel when I'm smoking with my friends, the person with the strongest clouds has the strongest lungs. And when I'm smoking with my friends, I always have the strongest lungs. So I mean am I the only one who feels that way? You show dominance with the thicker clouds you have. Man, this flavor is too good for words. It, like I said, you get that carbonated soda taste when you're smoking cherry limeade, and I personally love that flavor. That little hint of carbonation with that bold cherry flavor is something to me that is absolutely amazing. I cannot get over how flipping great this is. This is such one of those flavors where you can enjoy by yourself and you don't want to share with your friends. Like I set up a second hookah for my friend to smoke because I did not want to share this. This was that good of a flavor. And that's what I really love about this. It's super amazing. The cut and the chop for this is actually super refined, is actually finely chopped, so it's not super leafy. And that's what Tangiers does really well. It's not a super leafy tobacco. It's actually finely chopped, really bits and pieces, like they grinded it up and it was able to smoke, and it packs super thin. Also keep in mind, you also have to notice that this is not a flavor. Well, this is not a brand in particular you have to put a lot of tobacco in or have a bigger bowl to enjoy that smoke. You can actually have a smaller bowl with a deeper diameter to give it a finer pack, and then have everything else like that as well. So it's also such an interesting thing to me personally to actually have tobacco like that, where it's not throw it in, right? This is a flavor, or this is a brand you actually have to take your time into packing. This is not just bam, there it is. No, this is a flavor you have to take your time and actually learn how to pack this one properly, because if you don't pack it, you're going to get yourself nicotine sick, which is, like I said before, this is not something you want to do in the video or in any hookah smoking in particular. Sorry, I had a few beers today, so I need to drink as much liquids as possible. Man, this is such a good flavor. There's not a lot of words I can really say other than the fact that if you haven't tried cherry limeade, go ahead and try it. This is something that you need to try in your life because it's so amazing. So let's make the video real quick. Let's wrap it up and talk a little bit about the inhale and the exhale. So let's go on the inhale. Yeah, you get a lot of cherry. Like this is a flavor that if you are a big cherry fan and you like cherry flavors, this is something you're gonna want to try because cherry is one of those flavors I don't normally smoke. I haven't had a lot of cherry flavors, but this one in particular is super fucking amazing. And forgive my language, but it is fucking amazing. I love it. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the exhale, what we get after that. Yeah, even after it's in, you still get that carbonation feel. You still have that flavor. You still taste the cherry. The cherry aftertaste is there, but you do get that small hint of carbonation as well, which is if you drink soda or you drink, seltzer water or carbonated water or White Claws, you're going to taste that. And that's another thing that this does really well too. Then captures that real taste of having a nice cherry limeade at dinner when you go to like Applebee's, Chili's, or wherever they sell it. Really, I don't know where you get a cherry limeade. I don't, but you really do get that feel where it's just like a refreshing beverage. It's not super overbearing. It's not too crazy. Not too limited to what the taste is, because in all actuality, you are tasting limes. You are tasting the cherry. You are tasting the limeade. You are tasting like Sprite soda, and that's amazing to feel because. For one, this is one of the few Tangiers flavors I have ever bought for myself and smoked. But I can tell you right now that this is such an amazing flavor that it really doesn't matter what else you smoked before because of the fact you have this really amazing flavor to really kind of ease yourself into everything. So, guys, I don't have a super long video for you today. At a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this a solid. Right now, I'm going to have to give the flavor a 10, but I have to give the bowl itself probably an 8 because I probably packed this wrong because it's not smoking the way I want it to. So I'm sorry I messed up on the live video, but hey, mistakes happen. Not everyone's perfect, but hey, if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, follow me on _hookahologist. Find me on Facebook. You're going to look for this beautiful face, Tommy Rodriguez at Facebook.com. And follow us on follow us on Facebook with the Hookahologist page. All of that stuff is going to be available to you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so on and so forth. So that's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, keep smoking.